Shalom. First and foremost, only give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kakodash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect. This is your brother Dawah from the Men of Valor Campaign in Greenville, South Carolina, coming back with another video in sincerity and in truth. Lord willing, it can be edifying. And this nigga Trump, man, all right, I was watching a brother's video, and he said this shit today, all right? And I knew his visit to this damn alligator Alcatraz was coming, but I had to just verify it. You know, I saw the brother did the video on it. You know, he was going in through the spirit, and the spirit hopped on me, man, because, hey, we got to bring this out. You know, like Yahweh Shah said, I must work the work of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work. So we see that, you know, this part of the ministry is wrapping up. We know that the famine of hearing the words of Yahweh Shah via the prophets is coming soon. All right. And we're going to, you know, just watch what this nigga say, and I'm going to bring it out. But, yeah, we ain't going to be out here much longer. You know, they're going to make it illegal. All right, they're going to call us anti-Sem, all right, or whatever. You know, and technically, like I said in my last video, we're in violation of sedition, all right? Just the nature in which, you know, what we bring out. We're speaking about a mighty kingdom, you know, the most powerful one to ever reign. And we're saying that the Lord is going to destroy it. He's going to show his power in destroying it, all right? That's not going to sit over too well with these devils, to hear that they prize possession, because the Lord gave them another crack at it. All right, really, you know, 3 if you want to be technical. They ruled as the Grecians. Salakia. They ruled as the Romans. All right, the Romans fell, you know, for roughly 1,000 years. They came back, the Renaissance, and now they're NATO and the EU. All right, and they, you know, America being, you know, their military might, you know, they're trying to restore it back to, you know, to the top. You know, so it doesn't go over too well with us saying that their kingdom is going to be destroyed and calling their ass an Edomite. All right, because they know they're Esau. They know their lineage. They know they're not the people of the Lord, man. They know they're the wicked. They don't really believe in the Most High. All right, and in fact, them, you know, dealing with this AI is their new power. Okay. And they gonna put a C-hip in you damn people, man. All right. I've been in the spirit of watching Black Mirror. You know, I'm gonna get into it, but I've been in the spirit of watching this Black Mirror, and the episode I watched last night was probably the most accurate episode. Like, it was the perfect Black Mirror episode, in my opinion. You know, of how reality is about to be for these people. And how you can get cut, you know, they trying to build a social credit score. This particular episode was called Nosedive, and they were, you know, they had a social credit score, you know. So this Edomite chick, she had a childhood friend or whatever, but this chick, she's, you know, a blonde. She about to get married, you know, to some, you know, rich Chad and shit. But she got a high credit score, like social credit score. And I think it goes to like 5, and like the 3s, anywhere from 3 to 4 is like your lower middle class, like, you know. They ain't really got much going on. Your 4, you know, your 4s to 4.3 or 4.4, something like that. That's like your kind of upper middle class, and like your 4.8s and shit like that. Nobody was like a 5, but they had like a really high, and interactions with people would lower or increase your credit score. And man, this shit was crazy because the chick was trying to go to a wedding, you know, go to the girl's wedding. You know, she was basically faking the funk. And she was trying to get her credit score or her social credit score up to the 4.5 threshold to move into this like new establishment and shit like that. Man, they had the shit all mapped out. It was crazy. And she, you know, they simulated a man, you know, a Jake man loving on her and shit at this new establishment, this new place that she was gonna get, but she had to have a 4 or 5. And also, you know, the friend only wanted her around, you know, she was getting there, like she was close. So she, you know, she was cool with her being there. But through some unfortunate events, a bunch of unfortunate events, her damn social credit score crashed, you know, and inconveniencing people and all that shit. So these people was trapped in that system, and if you didn't comply or if you were causing a ruckus, then you spoke out, your social credit score would decrease, and you wouldn't have access to certain things, to certain luxuries like being able to fly, because she had to catch a plane for this damn wedding, but she had some minor inconveniences going into the damn airport. She bumped into a chick, different shit. And when she got to the damn thing, she said, "Oh, this is only for 4.3 and higher." She was like a 4.2. She was like a couple points off, and then she started crashing out. And then that shit just started lowering her shit, And then the police showed up and actually gave her a warning, but they took one of her points away. So now she had a 3. So she definitely couldn't ride the ride. So she had to go get a rental and shit. So it just shows how they want to set that shit up, man. To make a long story short. This is how they want to go about setting up their NWO, and we're here, man. All right, they're setting this shit up. This Palantir shit, the spirit been on me to speak on this Palantir shit. They're really pushing this shit now, man. And now that they're talking about going after Americans, they can use the same technology that they were using to track down these immigrants, so-called immigrants, to track down now anybody that speaks against them, man. They're gonna track these motherfuckers down, man. All right, and he ain't talking. When I'm about to get into it, let's get into it. Slocky. I know I've been rambling, but the spirit, hopped on me. All right, anywho, gonna edit that part out. But nonetheless, let's get into this. ABC News. Trump again brings up the idea of deporting U.S. citizens for crimes, man. You can't make this shit up, man. This nigga Trump, he's that guy, man. All right, he's that cruel Lord, and Lord willing, I can bring out that scripture. Matter of fact, let's grab it real quick. Yeah, here we go. Isaiah chapter 19, and let's start off something, man. We'll get into it, because prophecy is speaking. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 1. It says, "The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it." So Yahweh Shah. All right, right here it does say all, caps, Lord. All right, but we know the Lord is sending, His Son, right, Yahweh Shai, and the fathership, all right, into Egypt. And Egypt is, modern day Egypt is Babylon, all right, America, And it says, "And the idols of Egypt shall be moved at His presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it," man. Hey, when the Lord pulls up, all right, everything gonna stop. Like that movie, The Day the Earth Stood Still. All right, hey, that's gonna be the day that everything stops. Everything that you perceive to be correct and righteous or whatever, the right way, you gonna find out that shit was not. You gonna find out that the Lord, the Heavenly Father, looks like a so-called black man. All right, and His Son looks like a so-called black man, and He's coming back and He's angry. All right, He's not coming back with a smile on His face. He's coming back to conquer, man. All right, one of His titles is the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah, man. He coming back stomping shit, man, from the fathership. But He's also coming to send His angels with a mighty shout and with the great sound of the trumpet, and to gather the elect from the four winds. So it's going to be a great deliverance and a great destruction. All right. So that, that's another scripture that goes into that. Verse 2, it says, "And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians." And the Lord has these Edomites, against each other. All right, also on the kingdom stage, the Russians are against the American and the Western Edomites. They joined up with BRICS and shit, even though they're Edomites themselves, but the Lord has a special purpose for them, according to Ezekiel, the 38th chapter. All right, but nonetheless, these devils are divided here. You got half of Esau that be some damn, flaming, flamboyant ass left wings, and the other ones want to, hang on to, how shit was in the 50s. All right, and that's what they rallied behind Trump, with. But nonetheless, it says, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. So they're going to be, fighting against each other, man. There's going to be sedition among men and invading one another, like it says in 2 Ezra, the 15th chapter. We're about to see this unfold. All right, it just takes one man. Let us wake up. And everybody check their bank accounts, and ain't nobody got money in their fucking bank accounts, and everybody makes a run on the bank. All hell gonna break loose, man. That's all it takes. And they have the prowess to be able to do it. They have the technology to be able to do it, and they have the fucking motherfucker to blame when they do it. If it's not organic. Because the Lord can just shut this shit off, but the Lord can also put the spirit on these devils to shut it off themselves and blame it on Iran or China or Russia, China, or Iran, or all three of the motherfuckers can shut America's internet off. We don't know. We'll see. But I know back in October, I believe these government officials were told to have satellite phones on hand. That doesn't rely on the internet and shit. So, they're preparing for something. We preparing for what they saying like a 9/11 type of event, because Iran is the last nation they want to knock off their hit list, man. Iran is the only thing standing between them and pretty much global dominance right now. Talking about the 1948ers with their Greater Israel plan. They can take the Middle East, and that's a large area rich in resources. They going to war about this oil shit, man. That's where you get them Saudi princes. That's why all these damn Arab countries are filthy fucking rich, man. So they want to move them niggas out the way and have everybody in their pocket. But Iran, they don't know this next war, Iran is going to be backed by Russia and China. All right? So it ain't going to go over too well. But nonetheless, these Edomites fighting against each other. Verse 3, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards. Yeah, they're doing all their witchcraft and all this little fucked up shit, man. The scriptures speak about they can't even sleep unless they cause some mischief through the spirit, man. All right, they devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands. That's these damn devils, man. So they seek into their charmers and all that. They seek into they having counsels with Satan on their next moves. And now they have this AI shit, and that's the ultimate, seeking to familiar spirits and charmers and, wizards and idols, man. They've made this chat GPT shit, this AI shit an idol. They're moving into the so-called future, man. It's going to be a short-lived future, but they're going to have some people, see hipped up. Verse 4, it says, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and their fierce king shall rule over them. Hey, didn't they have a no kings protest? All right, and Trump came out the next day on some shit like, I'm glad y'all, took to the streets. I was afraid the king was gonna take my place anyway. I'm your president still. Like, this nigga just trolling you people, man. He is that cruel Lord, man. He is that fierce king through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shah. Said the Lord of hosts, man. So the Lord said he's gonna give him over to a cruel Lord. This nigga that set up alligator Alcatraz, man. Alcatraz. Where you try to escape, it's infested with fucking, with alligators and shit, man. That's crazy. It says Donald Trump continued on Tuesday to float his idea, which some legal experts say is unconstitutional. And that's not the first shit they did that's unconstitutional. It says to deport U.S. citizens. That attacking shit that they did on Iran was unconstitutional. They're supposed to go through Congress and shit before they do some shit like that. Trump did that shit, with pleasing them damn small heads. It says to deport U.S. citizens who commit crimes. Speaking to the press during a tour of a migrant detention center in Florida Everglades, man, they about to send the Northern Kingdom there, man, and the Southern Kingdom. They said they ran them Haitians up too, man. All right, hey, if y'all niggas ain't believe y'all what the Israelites said at this point, you gonna believe now. The Lord about to make a believe out of you. He about to show you how much a devil this devil is, man. He created him. Right, the Lord said, I have created all things for myself, yeah, even the wicked for the day of the evil, man. This is the evil day. This is the cusp of this is Jacob's trouble. They saying his body's being washed up. And all these other the brother was bringing out in his video. They bring it's all these other foreign countries are bringing this shit out, but they not bringing this shit out in American news media. They dumping fucking bodies. So how much longer till they just start picking motherfuckers up? You know, they gonna start sending niggas to these damn detention centers, man. U.S. citizens and so-called illegals alike, man. All right. It says, seeking to the press during the tour of the migrant detention center in the Florida Everglades, the president repeated claims that there are many immigrants who are now citizens and have been committing serious crimes. They're not new to our country. They're old to our country. Many of them were born in our country. So he babbling. Like, you gotta read, like the brother said, read between the lines of what the fuck he just said. You know, because he get on there, he got that little accent. You know, he be talking all that, you know, talking funny and shit. But listen to what he said. He says they're not. So he's talking about some that are new to the country. He ain't talking about Edomites. Let's get that out the way now. He ain't talking about no Edomites. He talking about you Jakes, mainly of the Northern Kingdom. He got a strong hatred for you. All right. It says many of them were born in our country. I think we ought to get them the hell out of here too. If you want to know the truth, he said. So maybe that would be the next job. Hey, they setting this shit in motion, man. Ain't no maybes. That's what they about to do. Because the Lord, Proverbs 21:1, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. All right, then we just read in Ezekiel the 19th chapter. No, Isaiah. Salakia. I still Isaiah the 19th chapter. Salakia. Isaiah the 19th chapter. That the Lord was going to give these Egyptians over into the hand of a cruel Lord. All right. So Proverbs 21:1, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So the Lord is controlling the mind of Trump. All right. These tariffs about to take effect. They about to pass this big, beautiful bill, so to speak. And they about to have free reign. They got Palantir set up. They have everything set up, man. They probably got them C-hubs already ready to go. They ready to drop this shit, man. All right, like a diss track. They about to show you that they're the devil that the Bible speaks of. They don't give a fuck no more, man. They know that their time is short. We read this scripture almost every day. If not, we quote it. This devil gonna come down with great wrath very soon. He about to show you that he's the devil. It says the proposal came weeks after the Assistant Attorney General Brett Shumate, a Trump appointee, a release of memo giving U.S. attorneys wide discretion to decide when to pursue the denuclearization process to advance the administration's policy objectives. Some of the cases U.S. attorneys should pursue are those who are individuals who have engaged in torture, war crimes, human trafficking, and human rights violations, the memo says. Legal experts have warned that the Trump's proposals are unconstitutional, claiming they violate the Eighth Amendment, which prohibits cruel and unusual punishment. The issue has not come before the courts yet. So even this nigga just said, fuck the Constitution, man. It says Amanda Frost, a professor at the University of Virginia School of Law, told ABC News in April that the administration could try to target neutralize U.S. citizens who can lose their immigration status if they've committed treason or falsified information during their neutralization process. However, he said those instances are rare. If someone's a neutralized citizen, there could be an effort to deneutralize that person and deport them, Frost said. Just like they had them pulling up, telling them pull up to the courthouse and then revoking the damn case, and then they pulling up and they arresting them. So, you know, the scriptures say never trust thine enemy. It says, but then it would have to be that they committed some sort of fraud or error in the neutralization process. An unrelated crime could not be the bias for deneutralizing and deporting somebody. But they gonna do it anyway, man. All right, all the damn Congress shit, that shit's semantics, man. Right here. It says Trump acknowledged that he didn't know if deporting U.S. citizens who are convicted of a crime is legal. We'll have to find that out legally. So this nigga, see, he's not a politician, man. A politician would know that, man. If they weren't a judge or whatever. This nigga was a businessman. Now he dealt with lawyers a lot because he got sued a lot. But now he trying to figure out if the shit legal. He the president, man. And so I'm just saying, if we had the legal right to do it, I would do it in a heartbeat. He added. I don't know if we do or not. We're looking at that right now. This nigga here, man. That's that cool Lord, man. Let's hear him say it.
So, one-stop shop to deportation surrounded by alligators and pythons. That's how the Trump administration is describing the president's new detention center in Florida. The Everglades, well, it's expanding his immigration crackdown. Today, Trump got an up-close look at the controversial facility, telling ABC News that what we're seeing could become the new standard for immigration in America.
They have a lot of bodyguards and a lot of cops that are in the form of alligators. You don't have to pay them so much. But I wouldn't want to run through the Everglades for long. It will keep people where they're supposed to be. This is a very important thing. We're setting records at the board. You know, we had no people come through last month. Zero, no people. But we're going to keep it that way.
I think this is a model, but we need other states to step up.
Well,
So anyway, these niggas actually pulled up to this shit. Hey, that's this devil, man. Let me grab this real quick. Revelation chapter 6 and verse 4. And there went on another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and that there was given unto him a great sword. So this is Esau, man. Esau is that red horse, and power was given unto him via these nations, these treaties, and all this shit, being the hammer of the whole earth. So they have the power to do this, and who's going to stop them? Unless you people revolt. And you people are showing that you too comfortable. Until your comforts are taken, then you'll stand up and actually do something. Then you'll actually try to get some shit done. But right now, y'all still cool with going on your vacations and watching sports. They got y'all fucking rocked to sleep. Y'all ain't revolting. As long as y'all got football and basketball and fucking hockey and golf. Alright? Long in soccer, you know, the motherfuckers ain't gonna revolt. When they really done already infiltrated and took your whole fucking country. Right from under you. Esau about to cut a lot of his own out of the blessing. It's about to be the elites. Cause they really ain't even got no plan for America. To be honest. Cause Esau everywhere. Esau all in South Africa, because that's where that nigga Elon Musk from, South Africa. Esau all in Australia. Esau all in New Zealand. He can rebuild. Esau still in Europe. Esau in Russia. You got a lot of Edomites here in America, but they can do away with them. They know nuclear war is coming, man. All right. And let's finish off here, man, because we told you knucklehead niggas, man. We told y'all this was coming. Through the spirit of power, by Shemel Rashad. We told y'all, man, and it's here. Don't try to call. Hey, the Lord said He gonna mock when He gonna laugh at your calamity and mock when your fear cometh, man. All right, the Lord is doing it. Hey, the Lord is putting the spirit on it. Man's going to the Lord. The Lord is putting the spirit on them to load these devils, for these devils to load up Jake up in the damn cargo ships and push their ass out, open up the ledge on their ass, man. That's the Lord. The Lord is terrible, man, but the Lord gave you the warning. You can't say you didn't hear, man. Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 4, and these are the words that the Lord spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah, both the northern and the southern kingdom. You know, verse 5, for thus said the Lord, we have heard the voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. All right, damn what you seen or what you heard, what is the Lord saying is going to happen? It ain't going to be no peace, man. There's no prosperity for your ass if you don't seek Yahweh by Shemel Rashah. Verse 6, ask ye now and see whether a man do a travail with child. Do men have children? No. All right, like you going into birth pains? No, we don't have contractions. That was something given unto the woman. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. So what would be going on, because this is future prophecy, what would be going on to where men are acting like they're like a woman that's having labor pains, man, and all faces are turned into paleness? Verse 7, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. So this is future prophecy. This hasn't happened yet, Nate. It says, it is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Who is that he? The he is the elect. That's the 144,000 and the remnant of men, women, and children that believe. Alright? But Jake still about to go through some shit. We all about to go through some shit, man. The Lord about to turn this devil spirit. He's turned this devil spirit to the max, man. He about to show you. The Lord about to show you something, man. But the Lord still gonna, this is where you draw the line, Esau. Alright, the Lord gonna let you go with these 2/3, y'all done. Alright, y'all cannon fodder, man. But the moment they try to go put their filthy fucking hands on the men of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, on the Lord's elect, then there's GG's in the chat, man. The angels of the Lord encamping round about him that fear them and deliver them. The angels gonna be on our side. And there are more that be with us than them that be with you, Esau. It don't matter if you bring 10,000 men. There's men in our nation that have slew hundreds and thousands of men. Alright? That's coursing through our veins, not yours, Esau. Yeah, y'all slaying some niggas too, but in not with the Lord on your side. King David said the Lord teacheth his hands to war, man. Victory comes from the Lord, and us believing on him and now calling upon his name. When we call upon Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, when you try to roll on us, the spirit of the Lord is going to lift up a standard against your ass, man. It's coming. Do your fucking best and your worst, Esau. Because he about to do it, man. They about to slander us. They about to use this AI shit. We about to be doing all type of crazy shit. And it's not going to be us. The spirit of discernment ain't going to know that we ain't doing no shit like that. The apostles ain't doing no shit like that. Esau is the damn, he's full of, he's a fucking liar, man. He's a lying ass devil. And he about to show you he's a lying ass devil. So yeah, Jacob's trouble is here, man. World War III is here. Everything is set, man. Alright, that hour of temptation is at the door. Alright, so get your house in order, man. Prepare your minds. Alright, if you stay ready, like hell, the Monatazabah used to always say, if you stay ready, you don't gotta get ready. Cause we in those times, man. Trust in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua first and foremost, and he's gonna guide our steps. Right, but this is the end, man. My friend, we bracing for it. There's still things that have to, go down. But we ain't got years and years and years here left, man. Alright, it's just not happening that way. The Lord gonna have to intervene. Alright, so Lord willing is edifying them to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua B'Hashem B'Karpadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone who rule well, peace, love, and salutation to the hopeful elect. Till next time, shalom.